I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight we have a Texas and Southwest favorite, King Ranch Casserole. If you've never had this, you're in for a treat. This is layers of corn tortilla, shredded chicken, cheddar cheese, and a creamy sauce that you make that is going to blow your mind. Let's go see how we make King Ranch Casserole. Alright, we're going to get started with the ingredient rundown on this King Ranch Casserole. In a previous video, you may have seen me make my homemade cream of chicken soup, and that is what we're going to be using today. If you want to make this recipe for just one casserole, you're going to need 2 cups of that cream of chicken soup. I'm making 3 casseroles today because I am bulk cooking and I'm sharing with some ladies from church. So, I made 6 cups for myself. You're also going to need 1 12-ounce can of tomato and green chili. I have my own homemade version. You're going to need 2 large chicken breasts that have been cooked and shredded. You're going to need 1 cup of diced bell pepper, whatever color combination you choose. 1 cup of diced onion. I'm going to be sauteing the vegetables in some butter, so I have about 4 tablespoons of butter here, and I have about 6 cloves of garlic that have been minced, and I'm also going to be using corn tortillas. I don't know how many yet. I just took some out of the package and I cut them in half. And then we're going to be using a blend of cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese and Monterrey Jack cheese, whatever you have on hand, and you're going to need about 3 cups for 1 casserole. So I'm going to meet you over at the stove and I'm going to show you how we put this together, because first we have to make the sauce and then we're going to build the casserole. I've melted my butter in this skillet, and I'm just going to go ahead and add all of my veggies, and we're going to give them a toss, and we're going to let them saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. We don't need to cook them all the way down. I just want to get them sauteed a little bit in this butter to take away the raw edge. Because we're going to be putting it in a casserole, and this is going to be baked for about a half an hour. These are going to cook further when they're in the oven in that really beautiful sauce that we're getting ready to create. So you don't have to cook them to death on this in the skillet is what I guess I'm saying. So there goes our onions, our bell peppers, and our garlic in the butter. We're just going to go ahead and saute these over medium-high heat for just 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll be back when it's time to move forward. Alright, our vegetables have been sauteing for just about 5 minutes, and they're perfect. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our cream of chicken soup. If all you have is cream of mushroom, then use it. But I've made my own, and this is for 3 recipes worth, so you can get the written recipe for 1 single casserole on my website. There will be a link in the information box below, and it'll be just what you're looking for. Alright, now we're going to add our Ro-Tel, or our diced tomato and green chili, and I have 1 jar of my homemade and 1 giant can that I had in my pantry. And now I think I have 1 can or jar of my own homemade stuff left. Alright, so this is the sauce that we're going to use to make our King Ranch Casserole. Just get this all stirred up really well. And now we're going to go back over to the counter and we're going to start making or putting together our casserole. This smells so good. I can't wait to show you what this looks like in the end. Alright, we're going to get our casserole going here. This is for all intents and purposes, equivalent to a 9x13 casserole dish or baking pan. But because I'm sharing these with a couple of ladies from church, one whom is a new foster mom with a new baby, well, not a new mom, but she's a foster mom who received a baby this week, a brand new baby, 5 days old. And one is for another friend of mine who also goes to church with me, who Molly is with right now, and she spent the weekend with them up in the mountains. So they're not going to feel like cooking tonight, so I'm making dinner for all of us at one time. Now I'm going to take I took my corn tortillas, I cut them in half, and I arranged them in the bottom. So we've got a nice layer of corn tortilla.
Spray the bottom first, right?
I did spray the bottom first. Yes, thank you for reminding me. And now we're just going to layer in some of our chicken. Now this is just 6, these were really big chicken breasts. You can cook a whole chicken if you like. You do what you want. This was just easy and accessible. This is what I had on hand, so I threw them in a pot and I cooked them off. So there's our chicken. And then we're going to ladle in some of this sauce right on the top.
Smells so good.
It does, but I gotta tell you, this sauce tastes really good all by itself. Mm-hmm. You could just call that soup. Mm-hmm. Throw your chicken in there. It would be absolutely delish.
Yes.
Okay, now you're gonna take about a handful of cheese. You don't want to put too much because then it's gonna become like an oil slick, and nobody wants that. Now, we'll go back in here with some more corn tortillas, just like this. And the reason I cut them in half is because I think you get better coverage this way.
Yes.
And you just layer them in. So really, it is very reminiscent of a lasagna. I don't want any holes either, so. Corn tortillas, like, come a billion to a package. You know what I'm saying. And we're going to repeat these layers one more time. And I'm going to give this like a little shaky shake, just like that. Now, we'll go back on top with more tortillas. And this will be pretty much your closing layer. And then we're just going to put cheese on top of that. But not too much again. Now, I'm not going to bake this off right now. I'm going to put foil on it. I'm going to put it in a big Ziploc bag. And I'm going to deliver this to my friend, who I will then instruct to put in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes until it's nice and bubbly. You don't have to cover it, you just have to bake it off. And then you let it sit for 10 minutes before you cut into it and you enjoy it. When I do mine, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like after it comes out of the oven. Right, we had put this in about a half an hour ago and it smells incredible. And I like this top. It gets nice and crispy and the cheese gets nice and it's not hard, but it's delicious. So we're going to let this just hang out for about 10 minutes so it can settle down before we slice into it. And I'll bring you back and I'll fix you a plate of King Ranch Casserole. Have it, King Ranch Casserole. And you are going to love it. This tastes like the most delicious, creamy chicken enchilada that you ever put in your mouth. It's not dripping with cheese. It holds together. It doesn't, it's just perfect. You're going to love this. I'm going to put some in Rick's mouth now.
Somebody's got to do it.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. You're going to love it. Oh, you're going to just adore this. Now, I know there's a bunch of different recipes for King Ranch Casserole out there. And if you have one that you love, that's what you should make. This is mine, and it is delicious. I hope you give this King Ranch Casserole a try, and I hope you love it because we do. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!